Good afternoon, guys. Now we restart our discussion by the headline of the news: Rescuing Indians Left Stranded by War, Disaster, or Pandemic. That describes India's efforts, the rescue operations that carried out by India in various nations during the crisis. The syllabus of the theme consists disaster and disaster management. Consists General Studies Paper 3. The highlights of the discussion includes Operation Sukkun 2006 Lebanon War, Operation Safe Homecoming 2011 Libyan Civil War, Operation Rahat 2013 North Indian Flood, Operation Rahat 2015 Yemen Crisis, Operation Vande Bharat, now the recent 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Operation Sukkun 2016 Lebanon War. Operation Sukkun was an operation launched by the Indian Navy to evacuate Indian, Sri Lankan and Nepalese nationals as well as Lebanese nationals with Indian spouses from the conflict zone during the 2006 Lebanon War. Military conflict between Israel and the Hezbollah broke out in July-August 2006 when on 12 July Hezbollah launched a cross-border raid into Israel, in which 10 Israeli soldiers were killed and 2 of their bodies were captured to be used to bargain for the release of Lebanese prisoners in Israel. Israel responded with an aerial and maritime blockade and a massive bombing campaign and ground invasion of Lebanon. During the war, numerous foreign nationals visiting Lebanon were caught in the conflict. Neighboring Sri Lanka and Nepal, which lacked the military resources, also requested the Indian government to help evacuate their citizens. Altogether, over 2,200 nationals of these countries were caught in the conflict zone. Indian naval warship INS Mumbai, frigates INS Brahmaputra, Betwa, and the tanker ship INS Shakti were participated in the operation. This was one of the largest evacuation operation conducted by the Indian Navy since World War II. 2. Operation Safe Homecoming 2011 Libyan Civil War. Operation Safe Homecoming was an operation launched by the Indian government on 26 February 2011 to evacuate its citizens who were fleeing from the Libyan Civil War. The air-sea operation was conducted by the Indian Navy and Air India. The Libyan Civil War began as a series of protests and confrontations in the North African state of Libya against the government as its leader Muammar Gaddafi. The social unrest began on 15 February 2011 and became a civil war which continued until 23rd October of that year. The unrest was attributed to uprisings in Tunisia and Egypt, connecting it to the wider Arab Spring. 18,000 Indian nationals working in Libya were trapped because of the unrest. Evacuation appeared to be difficult due to chaos at the central airport in Tripoli, a destroyed runway at Benima International Airport, and the temporary closure of Libyan ports. India ordered 3 naval ships, 2 destroyers, the INS Mysore and the INS Aditya, and its largest amphibious vessel, the INS Jalashwa, to sail from Mumbai to Libya on 26 February. Third, Operation Rahat, 2013 North Indian floods. Operation Rahat was the name given to the Indian Air Force rescue operations to evacuate civilians affected by the 2013 North India floods. Thousands of pilgrims in transit in the hill states of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh were stranded in various valleys. It was one of the largest operations of the Indian Armed Forces in several decades, and IAF claims it to be the biggest civilian rescue operation in the world carried out by any air force using helicopters. During the first phase of the operation, from 17 June 2013, the IAF airlifted a total of 19,600 people, flying a total of 2,140 sorties and dropping or landing a total of 382,400 kg of relief material and equipment. 4. Operation Rahat 2015 Yemen crisis. Operation Rahat was an operation of the Indian Armed Forces to evacuate Indian citizens and foreign nationals from Yemen during the 2015 military intervention by Saudi Arabia and its allies in that country during the Yemeni crisis. The 2015 military intervention in Yemen began on 27 March 2015 when the Royal Saudi Air Force led a coalition of Arab states in attacking the Shiite Houthi rebels. This was preceded by weeks of turmoil during which the Houthi guerrillas toppled the government of President Abdul Rab Mansour Hadi and took over the large parts of the country. And finally, the Operation Vande Bharat. Its 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Starting 7th May, the Indian government initiated a massive evacuation program called Vande Bharat Mission. As of 8th May, over 67,000 evacuation requests were registered by Ministry of External Affairs. It has been predicted that the total number of civilians evacuated, with estimates ranging from 1,92,000 to 2,50,000. There are 4 phases to the plan, with the first two outlined below. Phase 1, May 7 to 15, mostly targeting areas with high concentrations of Indians. This phase will feature 64 total flights, half of which are for the Gulf state as well as 2 naval ships for Indians in the Maldives under the label Samudra Setu. Phase 2, May 15 to 22. This phase will involve broadening the scope of evacuation to more European and Central Asian countries. It is planned for over 25,000 Indian nationals to be brought to India through over 100 flights. Now we end the discussion of this topic and will resume for further updates. Stay tuned.